Alright guys, the Cycle Trader ad, man, is canceled. I canceled it 2 minutes after midnight Saturday night. You know, there's no... It was to expire on Monday, you know, but there's no sense in letting that go on until Monday, because if somebody's going to come and take a look at the bike, they would have notified me Thursday or Friday they want to come on Saturday or Sunday to look at it. And no one notified me, so... And I checked that every day, too. I checked that every single day, boy. And I only had the one person, I'm not going to say his name, but he asked me, is it still available? And I actually tried getting a hold of him a couple times. And apparently it was someone messing with me. So I'm not wasting another dollar trying to sell the bike. I'm gonna stay with the bike. I'll be lucky I get this out one more time. I was looking at some different colors other than purple, and I think I'm gonna go ahead with the flames. I'm gonna do a flame job on it. But I was looking at a metallic red with silver flames. That's what I'm thinking of doing. I found a beautiful red. It's an acrylic enamel single stage red, sold by TC Global Paints. I bought paint off them before, and they have pretty decent. The paint's real easy to use. It's really easy. They send you the paint, they send you the hardener, you get some strainers with it, some mixing sticks with it. And that's what I'm thinking of doing, guys. I'm thinking of painting the bike metallic red with metallic silver flames. Because there has to be silver in it, you know, because of the frame. You know, what I'd love to do, if I had the time, I'd love to take the motorcycle apart and paint the frame, you know, and powder coat the frame a different color. But I don't have, man, I don't have time to do that, guys. I don't have time to do that. You know, just getting that damn tank off, man, that's going to be, you know, I've never taken a tank off before. That's going to be a job to get that damn tank off. You know, because they say there's supposed to be bolts underneath in the front and back. I know where the bolts in the front are. Yeah, the only thing I can figure out in the back is there's got to be like an L bracket, you know. You take the bracket off in the front that's underneath the tank. There's two bolts and there's like a bar. You take that out. Then there's rubber grommets. They all fall out. And I think the back must have like an L like this. Must have something go like that, and it goes in a slot. So when you put the tank on, it goes inside that slot. You know, so when you take it off, you got to push it back, watching that you don't dent it. Because I know they sell a tool. It's like a little lever. It's about that big, and I think it's like $99 or something. But you're supposed to push, and it pushes the tank back in place. But you know, a little bit of oil, man, a little bit of grease in that bracket. If that's the case, I'm gonna have to look at this really good, see if I can find that bracket. But I was looking at a really beautiful metallic red, man. I'm gonna try to put a picture of that in the video, and that's what I'm thinking of doing, guys. I'm thinking of painting a metallic red with silver flames. As the silver flames will go with the silver frame. You know, then I think I'd really dig the bike if I could do that. And as for joining a nudist resort, man, I think I'm gonna scrub the idea. You know, I'm nowhere near buying an RV, guys. You know, I think I'm gonna scrub the idea, man. It's something I always wanted to do. You know, it was on my bucket list. You only live once. So It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I got to forget about it. I'll tell you one thing, guys. I'm 61 years old. And it took me up to this long to understand the meaning of defeat. You have to accept being defeated. It took me 60 years to realize that. The one thing all them cats in prison got in common is they did not like to be defeated. Okay? I'm going to get a shirt made. Or maybe if I was thinking of buying my airbrush and airbrushing on my shirt, only real men accept defeat. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of airbrushing that on a shirt. You know, you guys need to really think on that a little bit and understand the meaning of that. Be able, and this goes for the females out there too, be able to accept defeat. Because you cannot be victorious all the time. And I'm not talking about fighting somebody. I'm just talking about in general in life. You cannot win all the time. You know, and I hate losing. I really do. I hate waiting on people. I hate losing. And I hate being defeated. But I'm starting to really learn how to accept it. You know, it's like right now, it's probably about 45, maybe 47 degrees out here. I could go for a ride on this right now, but, you know, guys, you got to understand, man, what it's like around here. There's traffic everywhere around here because Pittsburgh area, even though I don't live in Pittsburgh, I live on the outskirts of Pittsburgh. I'm real close to Pittsburgh where we are here. I live in Shaler Township. That's right beside Pittsburgh. Okay? And you have to understand something about this area. There is no roads. The way they built this place, right after horse and buggy days, it's still like that today. That is what's going on here. So now what do you think has happened to the population? The influx of automobiles on the road, there you have it. There's more and more cars, more and more drivers come on the road every year, so there's everywhere you go around here, there's traffic. You go in a parking lot, an alley, highway, byway, styway, flyway, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Almost all hours of the day and night, there's traffic around this crapping place. There's nowhere to then the road construction they do. What they do around here is as soon as the weather starts getting nice, as soon as the winter breaks, and I mean as soon as the weather breaks, they start closing roads. There ain't no roads around here as it is. What little bit of roads we get around here, bam, they close them down, boy. And that makes the traffic even worse. Every year, They fool and they josh these suckers around here into thinking they're repairing this, they're repairing that, make everyone feel good about paying these high taxes. They're repairing this, repairing that, polishing that road, polishing that one up, doing this, doing that, and it's the same old crap every year. There's no improvements, there's no roads, there's no additional roads being built, and the traffic's worse every single year. You don't see no old people on the road around here. You know why? Because they're scared to death to go out. I don't know where we're going to move to, but it's got to be away from here. It's got to be away from here. I'm thinking of moving on the other side of Harrisburg. That's what we're thinking of doing. I'm thinking very seriously of moving on the other side of the Appalachian Mountains. That's the other side of Harrisburg. That way I'll be in a different weather pattern, And I'll be far away from this place, boy. Far away from it. Now, the one thing I have to understand too, the one thing I got to watch, excuse me, is my health plan, my health insurance plan. I have to make sure I don't go out of the zone where my health insurance plan is going to cover me. That I'm going to have to look into. You know, I would have liked to move to Butler, Pennsylvania. I like Butler, man. I like the people up in Butler. I'm that kind of, they're my kind of people in Butler. But I don't know if I can move to Butler. You know, that's where I'd like to go. I'd like to go to Butler, PA. Or like around Butler somewhere. Did I tell you guys how high our taxes are here? Our taxes, man, just the school taxes alone here are $3,950 every year. I have half of that paid off. Okay? That's why I can't. I don't have money for vacation. $3,950, and that's not all. That's just the school tax for Shaler Township. The Allegheny County property tax is another $525. And they want that money too, boy. You don't pay that money, the sheriff will come knocking at your door and they're going to throw you off your property. They'll evict you. Yeah, you don't see no old people on the road. There's no elderly people driving anymore around here because they're scared to death to go anywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna try to put a picture of the paint I like to get for this. I think it's $133 a quart, and that should be enough to paint the fenders and tank. I have to give this at least 3 coats of paint, maybe 4 coats of paint. And then I have to, once I put the flames on, I can hit it with a clear. The clear might have to have maybe 2, maybe 3 coats of clear as well. And I'm going to have to make a stencil of my flames because, like, when you put the flames on the tank, the left side has to, well, it doesn't have to be, but I'd like them to be the same on both sides. I have looked at some flame paint jobs where the flames are random, but I don't like that, you know. I like them to be symmetrical on both sides, you know, and probably the same with the fenders too. Because I don't know, guys, about doing a mural, man. That's a little bit too much for me. I don't think I can do that. I mean, it would take me a long time to bone up on my artistry skills, man, in order to do a mural. But the flames, I'm pretty sure I can pull the flames off. They're pretty easy to do. What else here? Oh yeah, I'm going to change my primary fluid. I'm going to use Spectro. We're gonna change that. I'll probably change that before the winter. I think it's called Spectra. I think that's what that's called. I've never used that before. I thought I had some of that laying around here. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to change that and maybe put a new drain plug on the primary. Yeah, I tried, guys. I tried to sell the bike 4 times, man, in Cycle Trader. 1 time on Chopper Exchange. I had it on Facebook Marketplace maybe 4, maybe 5 times. And I'll tell you something about the Facebook Marketplace is you get nothing but jokers on there. Nothing but jokers and cheapskates and chintzy people. You know, you get these people, oh, I'll trade you. I got an old Monte Carlo I had laying in the grass. Grass is growing all up through the engine. But it looks like I've been sitting in the dirt there for 5-6 years. I'll trade you. Oh, I got a hot rod engine inside there. I got at least 7,000 in the engine. I'll trade you that for the bike. One guy wanted to do concrete work for me. Another guy wanted to trade me an old broken down tractor from like one of the monolith tractors with great big steel wheels. He wanted to trade me one of those for the bike. Another dude wanted to give me $1,500. What's he smoking? Another guy wanted to give me $7,600 for the bike. I guess these people think I'm about as dumb as a Steeler fan. You know, I could trade the motorcycle in for more than $7,600. I get $8,500 on a trade-in for the bike. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm going to leave the foot pegs alone and the brake lever and the shifter lever. I'm leaving those covers alone. I tried to make covers out of that lambskin for those. It's just too fragile because when my boots hit those things, it's gonna just rip it right off. So I'm leaving my leather covers on those. I did relace them with new rawhide lace to make it look a little bit better. I did do that, but we're leaving that like it is. And I got my La Rosa bag back on there, and I took the Mexican bags back off. I also have my coffin bag back on, where I got that back on. Yeah, that guy that came here to look at the bike, when I showed him the seat, and I told him that I did the seat myself, the first thing come out of his mouth was, "Oh, I had an alligator skin on mine." I guess he wanted me to rant and rave over his soft tail he had. I think that's what he wanted. He wanted to brag about his soft tail to me. He traveled 200 miles to brag about his soft tail. You know, I felt like saying to him, you know, I don't have $1,500 to have a customly upholstered seat made out of alligator. I don't have that kind of money. I'm not wealthy. But he was a rich boy. Because I saw pictures of his house, and he was definitely a rich boy. He was a rich boy. I think what he wanted was a really flamboyant custom bike for next to nothing. I think that's what he wanted. And you know, this motorcycle man could be that. It could be flamboyant. All this needs is a fancy paint job. That's all it needs. And I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to take this one step further than it is. That's why I want to put a red on it. A red with silver flames should make this really stand out. And I was thinking of the purple. I like purple, but I think the red would stand out a lot more. So, let me show you guys a picture of this. And oh yeah, first I want to show you what I did with the clutch levers and the brake lever. I got those covers on too. So we got those on. Same on both sides, guys. Got the La Rosa bag back on. Coffin bag. See, there's one of the little covers I made for the brake lever. And see, I relaced them. We're going to leave that excess lace on. If that gets in the way, I'll have to just cut it. I don't think it'll get in the way.